morning. Name's Lone Carter.
Good morning, if you say so.
Not in the best of moods today?
Not particularly. It's pretty much 24 hours of daylight every day. Can't get any sleep, and my little guys here aren't at their happiest either. As you can see.
Well, this can't exactly be easy on them either. May I inquire as to your name?
I'm Larson. I tend these poor dogs and take care of the sleds.
Do you mind if I ask you about a couple of things?
Go ahead. Things can't get any worse today.
Tell me about this expedition.
The pay is good, but it's rough on the dogs. Hear that? They are not happy, and neither am I.
Doesn't the discovery excite you at all?
The remnants of a pre-human civilization. Not in the slightest. The few things I thought I knew for sure are gone, and now I feel even more insignificant.
I see. What can you tell me about Sven Osterley?
Are you trying to make me cry, Lone?
That's not my intention. I'm just after any information you might have.
Honestly, I don't want to talk about it. I'm depressed enough already.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'd rather not, if it's all the same to you.
Thanks all the same. Do you know Johnson well?
No, just barely. He ain't exactly the most open person I ever met. I think he may have fallen into depression, even more so than me.
I see. What can you tell me about Dyer and Atwood?
They mostly keep to themselves, but seem like decent enough guys. Very cultured and distinguished. They tend not to mix too much with the likes of us. I wouldn't even know what to talk about with them. The only time they appeared happy was when the discovery was made. They drank and celebrated. They seemed like regular folk then. If only I had studied too.
Tell me about Danforth.
He's Lake's assistant. He coordinates everything. A decent guy.
What can you tell me about the doctor?
He's not a head doctor, but I do feel I can talk about my feelings with him. He's very sympathetic.
Tell me about Baron.
A real reactionary. Stupid as a goat. And always up for a fight. My dogs are far easier to reason with.
What can you tell me about Monroe?
A great guy. Always does his share of the labor. Always willing to listen to me when life seems meaningless. He's pulled me back from the brink of a breakdown countless times. I owe him more than I can say.
Can you tell me anything more about the expedition?
I hope it's over soon. I want to go home.
See you later.
Hopefully.
You cannot go in there!
I'd like to have a look around the storage tents. I'm investigating some deaths in the camp, as authorized by Lake.
Oh, I'm sure he has. But if any problems crop up later, I'll be the one paying the price. I'll need to see the proper papers before I can let you in.
I see.
Traditional hunter papers.
Hi, name's Lone Carter.
I'm on duty here. Make it fast.
I've got a few questions for you.
Ask them when I'm not on duty. I cannot allow anything to distract me from my duty as a guard.
Gotcha. I'll just be off then. We need to take a look in the storage tents, but the guard won't let us pass.
He's a somewhat over-enthusiastic type.
He has to see our papers.
I can't help you out with this one, Lone. It would take forever to prepare the proper paperwork to grant access to their personal effects. Gentlemen, excuse me for a moment, but I have to confer with Lone in private. Come over here.
Okay.
Use your investigative skills. Come on.
Are you giving us carte blanche?
I don't know what you're talking about. Do whatever you need to. This discussion never happened. The last thing I need is to get tangled up in some stupid legal mess.
All right.
Right.
Do you know the guy guarding the storage tent?
Sure. He's a somewhat overzealous type.
Right.
You can say that again. He won't let us in.
Actually, it contains property of the university, as well as the crew's personal goods.
Gentlemen, may I remind you that this is an ongoing investigation and that time is short.
Perhaps we can help. Take this flask. It's full of something Paris finds irresistible.
Hopefully this will be enough to persuade him.
Thank you so much. We owe you one. See you later.
Catch you later.
Whenever you need.
Cooking oil flask.
This could just work.
Let's put that laxative.
I would call this an explosive cocktail.
Explosive in all the wrong ways. Let's say if this is a boss fight.
Does this catch your fancy? I hear it's something you're quite fond of.
Let me see it then. Thanks. I'll gladly take a pull on that.
You can keep it.
Thanks.
Now that we're a bit better acquainted, could we have a look around the storage tent?
I already told you that's not possible.
Have a great day.
Oh my god.
Here he comes.
I can't resist. Oh my god. Oh.
I didn't see any toilet in here.
We now have access to the storage tents.
Okay.
It's locked. I can't reach it. There's nothing inside. I don't need to open them. It's locked. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. Some crates. Simple barrels. I don't need to open them.
So we have 3 boxes. One of is empty. Two of them is locked. Probably by the people. Oh. And I don't have a lockpick. Flame retardant cloth, shoe polish, cooking oil, container. Are we going to cook something?
What can you tell me about Johnson?
Have you gotten to meet him yet?
Yes, in his tent a short while ago. A withdrawn type.
Absolutely. But trustworthy, in my opinion.
I concur.
Yeah, Danforth. How would I get by without your approval?
Can you tell me anything else?
Nothing else come. I can't.
Monroe did mention that for the last few days, Sven appeared to be on edge, as if he were afraid of something, and that he hung around more often than not with Jean-Paul.
I didn't notice anything myself.
Then pay more attention, Danforth.
Do you know where the victims kept their belongings and correspondence?
We usually keep such things in our quarters, but we also have trunks kept in storage.
Did you find anything unusual among the victims' possessions?
Sven's trunk in that storage tent was practically empty. We haven't been able to get Jean-Paul's trunk open. We can't find the key, and it would be most indelicate to return it to the family after it's been broken open.
Understandable, but we absolutely must find out what's inside it. Where were they staying?
Danforth?
They were in the same tent, along with Baron.
Thanks. You have any idea where the victim's correspondence has gone to?
We turned up nothing in Sven and Jean-Paul's quarters.
The mail goes out once a month.
It's usually not sorted until a few days ahead of time, and there are still a few days to go.
Thanks for interrupting me, Danforth.
Sorry, Professor.
We're looking for the key to open Jean-Paul's trunk in the storage tent. Do you know anything about that?
Check under his mattress. He was always stashing stuff under there. At worst, you might find some decent whiskey.
Thank you. See you later.
Catch you later.
Let's find out if Baron was right.
Found anything?
Give me a sec. Got something. Bingo. A key. Hopefully it's the one we're after. Now we just have to find a way to get into the storage tent. It fits. There are random odds and ends inside, and a letter. There's no trace of any sort of valuable artifact, though.
A letter? Read it. It might hold some vital clues.
Mary, our worries are over. In addition to the lavish paycheck from this expedition, I think I found, during our last outing, an object of immense value. It should make us a lot of money. Tell your brother to get in touch with that certain person. Unfortunately, we will have to share the spoils, but we will worry about that later. Jean-Paul. P.S. I'm a bit worried because that weirdo Johnson, whom I mentioned previously, seems to be breathing down our necks as if he suspects something. I'll just leave the key here. To recap, Jean-Paul and Sven found something.
Someone probably saw them taking it.
And killed them for it.
Considering the manner in which they were killed, I would say the object is not something that possesses mere monetary value.
But they couldn't have known that.
Johnson appears to be the prime suspect. Could it really be that easy?
Let's have another chat with him.
Could be.
What's your job here?
I'm head of maintenance and in charge of the
Probably,
explosives.
What was the problem with the drill? We brought it here with us.
Some kind of minor mechanical fault that caused an oil leak. It's all fixed now, though. It's a miracle of technology, but tends to break down easily.
There's now cooking oil in the container. There's now shoe polish mixed with cooking oil in the container.
I suppose we need this to extinguish the stove. Because if you block it, it doesn't draw any fire inside. Not draw any air inside, so it will go. Fire will go down. Go out.
Lon?
A little experiment.
This is for
Here.
science.
It's turned all black and slimy.
Interesting.
Interesting. That's probable. And now we know that this guy actually only cares about the drill.
Better not. It's a very complex device.
Uh-huh.
It would serve no purpose.
Yes, it would.
It would serve no... The drill we brought with us. I've heard that it's the cutting edge of technology.
Come on. Have perfect
Serve
plan.
no purpose.
Yes, it would.
Can I speak with you for just a moment?
Sure. Go ahead.
We suspect it may have been Johnson who killed Jean-Paul and Sven.
Johnson?
Yeah, this letter pretty much says it all.
Strange. He didn't seem to me to be the murdering type. The strangest thing he has done so far is to go loopy every time someone goes near the stove in his quarters.
Could he be hiding something in there?
Yeah.
We have to get him out of his quarters then.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
So,
At this point.
only one thing that would get him out of there. If there was some problem with the drill.
Good idea. We'll see what we can do about that.
I have problem in my hand.
See you later.
So you need to get a hint, and then you can actually do the...
Bingo. That definitely looks like an oil leak to me. The drill has another oil leak.
That couldn't have happened again.
It seems it could. There's black stuff spewing out everywhere.
I have to get this under control, immediately. Oh my god, this is unfortunate. Please don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Of course not. What could happen here?
It would serve no purpose. Let's give this a try. Okay, I've turned it off.
Okay, turned it off. And there's a key.
Ow! It's hot.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep, that works.
Some time in the snow has cooled it off. Looks like a key.
It must be for Johnson's trunk. He's a bit paranoid about it.
Which does not bode well. Let's check before the guard returns from his special needs.
Come on.
I think this game has pretty okay
Let's see what
animations
Johnson has hidden away in there.
I
in
hope
comparison
it's
of the point and
give it a
click
try.
games.
but it's empty. There's nothing in here.
Well, well, well.
What are you laughing about, you idiot?
Just as I thought. Halt! If it is death you wish for, I can grant that. But first, I can't believe I revealed myself all for nothing. You were so far off track. I expected better from you, Ackley, and you two damn yokels.
So you are the one who killed those two men so brutally?
Brutally? I never even spilled one single drop of blood. I was doing the cleanest job of it until you all showed up. Prepare yourself. You will be with them soon enough. And don't you dare take even a single step. I could always say that you attacked me, and I had to defend myself. La Glinka, Getona, Getona, Glinoto, La Glinka, Getona, Getona.
That was close.
That was close.
God, Johnson, you saved us all.
Did you really think the Keepers had no one in place to keep an eye on all this?
This
Okay,
explains everything.
everyone
Why,
is a
you were
spy.
stalking those guys.
I was sure they had something to hide. They seemed nervous and furtive. I overheard them arguing inside their tent over an object they found during the last expedition up the mountain. It seems the dissidents got to them before I could. There was nothing I could do to save them.
At least now we know who's behind the murders. Let's take all this to Professor Lake. He needs to know the truth. When this scum wakes up, I'll make sure he spills the beans. He's
Okay.
waking up.
What?
We found this in your trunk, Danforth. How could you? I trusted you to go so far as to kill for profit.
Profit? Paw. You, Lake. You tiny man being so full of himself. You don't know anything.
How dare you? I took you under my wing all these years.
I'm sorry, Lake, but you won't be pulling this mole out of his hole.
Stop him!
Okay, cyanide capsule or something.
There's nothing we can do. He's dead.
But how?
They couldn't tell Lake all the details of what had happened. It seemed, as Johnson warned them later, he was with the dissidents.
Okay.
That same group of men who tried to capture Lone in Arkham. The mystery had deepened in its intensity. Not even Johnson could explain their presence there, but everything led to that gigantic mountain and the secrets it contained. Preparations were made as fast as the mood around the camp fell. They departed on the sleds the following day, some of them carrying the drill, the rest bearing a platoon of men. The journey was exhausting. The three men could now nod along whenever the topic of the terrifying Antarctic climate came up. Finally, they arrived at the entrance. They were overwhelmed with amazement. Hewn out of the mountainside was a doorway, not of any natural formation. And yet, the biggest surprise was still waiting for them within.
Wonderful.
I wonder
To the point
what
of being
happens
frightening.
next.
I wonder how it could be of any help.
Patience, Lone. Patience. We'll figure it out eventually.
If you say so. Henry Ackley. What are you doing, Henry?
I have already seen these creatures. I don't remember when, and surely not from this short distance.
Interesting.
I'll inform you if something should come back to me.
Thank you later, then. I don't want to disturb him. He's clearly busy. What are you doing, William?
Forgive me, Lone. I literally lost myself daydreaming about this extraordinary discovery.
Thank you later, then. What are you doing, William?
Forgive me, Lone. I literally lost myself daydreaming about this extraordinary discovery.
Thank you later, then. He's clearly busy. I should just let him get on with his work. I don't want to disturb him. He's hard at work. He's clearly busy. I don't want to disturb him. Strange.
Okay.
What are these little earthquakes?
Probably just some small landslips. I think they're normal in these areas.
Talk to you later then. What are these little earthquakes?
I don't know, but they're disturbing.
Talk to you later then. What are these little earthquakes?
Probably just some small landslips. I think they're normal in these areas.
Talk to you later then.
Okay.
As that creature attacked, as the echo of screams pierced his eardrums, time stopped for Lone. Had he died? He couldn't know that. He felt strangely wonderful. He began to see gigantic, colossal creatures which flailed in suffering as they were violently tormented by a fighting swarm. Where had Lone seen those creatures before? Then came an enormous black sea,
Wilhelm's
dense,
dream.
alive, gigantic, that consumed what remained of the unfortunate demons. And then he woke up.
Okay, it's dead.
How did I save myself? That thing attacked me, and that vivid vision came to me. Did I do all this? Henry? William? Professor Lake? Oh, I can't bear it. Don't let that be Lake. It's as I feared. And over there, poor Paris and Atwood. At least, I think that might be Paris. Such brutal ends. But where are the others? Those horrible things. They must have taken them away. Oh God, the horror. These poor people. They were good people. Let me check if Lank still has that strange artifact on him. It may prove useful yet. Oh my God. So horrible. Or Lake. Ugh, he has it.
Mysterious key.
Why would I want to touch them? Oh God, these poor... Incredible, but also disgusting. This object brought nothing but trouble. This object...
Entrance. Okay, we are going inside.
There's no way I could take that with me, unless I could somehow detach it. It would serve no purpose. It seems to represent some sort of primordial world. There's no sign of life. There's no way I could take... There's no way... Stars and planets. No configurations that I'm familiar with. There's a certain huge mass in the center that feels very ominous. I recognize dinosaurs, but there are infinitely larger figures behind them. Gives me the chills. Some of these figures are horribly reminiscent of those that were trapped in the ice. Others have similar features, but have a larger mass at the base of the head. It looks like an exposed brain. Some kind of battle fought by winged creatures against gigantic beings. Some of these remind me of the image of the tentacular being I have often encountered in my investigations. Ackley said it was known as Cthulhu or something like that. Not all of them are the same size, and one of them seems to dominate the others. Some kind of dark mass is attacking and absorbing the polypore figures. Brings horrible recollections to mind of the creature I encountered in the caves under Innsmouth, and which has taken up lodging within me. The technology involved here is completely incomprehensible. It fits in the keyhole perfectly.
Of course. This looks okay, so it is a Yithian. Door lock.
It looks like the same shaped hole as the keyhole in the entrance.
I don't have Indiana Jones moment. Yeah, I don't have a key anymore.
I can pull the key back out without having to rotate the lock.
Okay. I don't think many games have this function that you can take the key back. Or you automatically use it, but you need to like manually pull it back.
Strange creature. You are unlike anything we know of. One part of you we know all too well. The splitted part is calling out. Screeching. Gurgling. You may pass.
Okay.
My arm. I have it under control again. There's no time right now to try figuring out the deeper meaning behind all this. If Blanco and Ackley were taken by those things, they might still be alive and in danger.
Okay, it's an elevator. How far does this go? Okay, now this is like up. Huh. Elevator puzzle, yeah. Like those old Japanese great moving games. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. The logic was quite the same. BioWare used to have like a Tower of Hanoi
wondrous
puzzles in their games.
Incredible. Huh? These guys again.
Sweep the entire area, and if you find anyone alive, eliminate them.
Okay, this is Indiana Jones moment.
False alarm. Go back to your guard posts.
Escaped by a hair's width. What's all that over there? My eyes are still adjusting to the sudden light.
Okay.
Henry? William? Guys, can you hear me?
Lone? Lone! You're alive!
Yes, but don't strain yourself.
Your arm.
We'll worry about that later. For now, I'm fine.
Pretty chill.
Wish I could say the same for you.
William. Did William make it? Lone. It's horrible. He was screaming. These cocoons are digesting us. William.
Okay. Rescue everyone. Or die trying. This game wouldn't be half as good without all pop culture references. Yeah, I believe.
That's Dyer in there. He's already dead. From what I can tell, the cocoons are digesting them, little by little.
Okay. Interesting.
I can't take that with me. An S-shaped spiral. When Cathigna shall be aligned, when the great old ones shall reawaken, that day shall be our victory. We shall hear the piping of the pipers, and the insane god at the center of our universe shall swirl, gurgling, for all eternity. Swirl forever. Interesting. I somehow know the symbol's meaning. It's as if I have access to memories that were never mine. Do they come from the creature within me?
Okay, so find symbols and I suppose it's for the last puzzle.
I can't take that with me. One of the offshoots looks like a leg. It's some kind of giant. A terrible sense of dread remains.
Huh. Want to...
It looks like a panel with some kind of mechanism inside. It looks like a panel. It would serve no purpose.
1, 2, 3.
Let's have a...
Entromorph. Yeah, that mutated arm is pretty much like. Okay, it's 1 o'clock or something.
Looks like a hook to me. A representation of a weapon. Cathigna. Enormous. Gigantic. I can't continue doing it. I must stay focused.
Okay, so this is... I think I got this right. Empty building. How interesting. Yes, this is this is that. Oh no.
Kill him.
Oh no.
Wait, I'll get you out of this.
Okay, so we are using sharp stone. Okay, he doesn't look good.
Oh, William, how do you feel?
Lone. Lone.
My friend, hang in there. I beg of you.
We've come so far together, but...
Stop struggling, William. I'll find a way to get back and help you.
Lone, listen to what he has to say.
To me, you have been a true friend. Thanks for this adventure. Thank you for everything, my dear friends.
William. William! No!
Melodrama.
Lone, calm yourself. This is no time to lose control. We will have enough time to grieve if we manage to get back alive.
You're right. Take care of him. I'll deal with the rest of this.
Lone gasped for air, as if someone had hit him directly in the pit of his stomach. But there was no time for mourning poor William. He would do it at the appropriate time.
This is why it's great that modern games have a quest logs, and so you kind of know what you need to do.
Henry seems to be holding...
2,000 years later.
I did it!
Okay. So I need to spin it. This was cheap. Oh no. And the door closes.
Huh?
Oh
Is
no.
Anybody there?
Soggoth.
What?
Save. Yeah, not load. Save. Okay. It's scared of me. He's gone.
I don't think he wants to hurt me.
I think it likes you. Who is this? Oh no. Well, that's handy. Tentacle
Won't be needing
head.
these anymore.
You must be Lone Carter.
Aquila, don't you recognize me?
I have never seen you before. I am not Aquila, even if I seem to be.
But it's not
True. Without alchemy, this would not be possible.
Alchemy?
The Keepers have used this science for centuries, to never run short of men, or have the most loyal of followers anyway. We share, in part, the memories and thoughts of our fathers, even if the exact memories of our founders may have blurred over time. A very nice man once dubbed us automatons.
Automatons?
But I would argue that we are quite human in every respect.
So it would seem.
Lone, I didn't expect you to charge straight into the lion's den. I had enough time to send a message to the Keepers before I was captured.
Actually, it was them that sent me here.
Unfortunately, I had no idea I was headed into their lair. The ritual that brought me here cost the lives of 3 of my brethren. The last thing I expected was to end up smack dab in the middle of the dissident's lair.
You came here through some kind of ritual?
Yes, we have the ability to open cosmic gates, but doing so always comes with a price to pay. And to do so, to such a place as this, at the edge of the known world, the price was high indeed. But it is ingrained in us to make any sacrifice needed for the cause.
Why did the Keepers lead me here?
The Ancient Ones are not a secret to us, but we did not know where to find them. They created the creature that merged with you, and it still dwells here to this day. It appears the dissidents are having a hard time controlling it. Maybe that's why they were hunting you, and why this is the last place on Earth they should have led you to. But they couldn't have known. The dissidents hold sway over the last remaining Ancient Ones.
From what I understand from the pictograms in the tunnels, they all abandoned this place long ago.
Indeed, but they would never have left the city unattended.
The ones we encountered were not exactly friendly.
Those are little more than mindless beasts. The society of the Ancient Ones is very much like a beehive. They left a multitude of warriors here to protect the city and the Shoggoth. They can do nothing but attack. They cannot think for themselves.
What you have said makes everything a lot clearer. What name can I call you?
You may call me Falco.
Okay.
I got nothing to ask him about. It would serve no purpose.
Hey, you! What are you doing, slave?
I've been waiting for you. That's none of your business. I'm trying to reach the others.
Trying to reach the others.
Very well, let's go. The prophet is about to arrive.
Kathlan, Gu! Erd's Toklana! Kazna Kurd! Koi Tanakal! Koi Toklu!
Huge amount of cultists in Antarctica.
Toklana! Kazna Kurd! Koi Tanakal! Koi Toklu! The time is almost upon us. Wayfarer of the plan, bless us. We invoke thee. Bring death to the keepers. Begin your reign of madness.
Tässä portal. Nodens?
Master, everything has been
It's
prepared.
Master.
Unfortunately, we have not captured the hybrid. We are confident that we will be able to subdue the creature anyway, with your help. Certainly, Master.
Found him.
Stop! It seems that the stars are in alignment. Master, and apparently the final ingredient was delivered directly to our front doorstep. Bring him here! Once we've brought the Alpha Soggoth under our control, nothing can stop us.
Alpha. Okay.
Quick!
Maybe this wasn't like the best idea ever.
Master! You do the honors.
Soggoth. Soggoth.
Not going well.
Kathnagerd.
It's working! Master, our time has finally come! Master! Ya, Cthulhu Vatagna! Ya, Cthulhu Vatagna! Ya, Cthulhu Vatagna! What's happening? It's not working! Master, get to safety!
Or it's working, but not in the way of how it's intended.
Huh? Lone! I have to go back.
Ah! Mother.
Oh my god, Lone! Lone! He seems to be breathing again, but his arm. The important thing is that he's still alive.
Lone could finally manage the creature within him. There were no traces of the dissidents, nor of the horrid creature that protected the immense city on the edge of the imaginable. Alone in that unknown and desolate wilderness, Lone and Akeley had fuzzy memories of how they managed to get back to Arkham. Both agreed on the fact that it was the imprisoned keeper who made it happen, Falco. But they couldn't be sure. Akeley went back to his experiments in Vermont. Lone met with Armitage several times before the Keepers contacted him again. Now, he was one of them. They had thwarted a plan of the dissidents, but they hadn't defeated them. Surely their idolized deities would again find a way to breach the human soul, evoked by that fearsome creature that must once have been a man. Lone made his decision. He would protect the world and avenge William. The battle had just begun, and he was ready to face them.
Interesting ending. Very interesting ending. So it's not solving basically anything. Interesting point-and-click game. Some puzzles were like pretty hard, and luckily I had help. But yeah, that last puzzle was like way too. You need to like make too much punctual with it, so it wasn't like fun. But yeah, I noticed that they had streamlined the gameplay more like towards the Telltale game style, and that's actually good because it's more achievable. It isn't like ugly to play. It's not as 90s as it could be, which is a good thing because they weren't like achievable. Those 90s adventure games, but otherwise it was interesting. But I'm not too happy about the ending, and the last puzzle was like a very interesting. But Lovecraft and Howard and in the same game, that's something. And Abdul Alhazred, interesting depiction of the character and his side, which is like two secret organizations fighting over the control of the. That's a bit of cliche. I know it's like a you would want to throw that story arch, but yeah, this would like beg third part of the game with this kind of setup. This feels like this is like a middle part, and there should be like a third part of the game series. But yeah, yep. A lot of stuff done with the AGS. I mean, AGS is very ancient game engine, so surprisingly good. Alright, that's interesting.
Lone, we need you.
Armitage. When I hear your voice, I don't know why, but my legs shake.
Don't shoot the messenger, Lone. Quite the opposite. Given your current position, I should be the one to worry. Remember Innsmouth.
Not like I could ever forget it.
A joint operation between the government and the FBI is underway.
Already?
Things seem to have taken a turn that requires immediate action. You will be in charge of the operation.
Understood. I'll be there by this evening.
Lone,
What is it now?
I recommend you take the greatest care.